Before starting this program, I didn't know anything about manufacturing. I was just thinking that this program was about like engineering. I just wanted to see how the engineering aspect was going to be. And as I went on, I enjoyed it and started pursuing this.
This is my second year here, and I'm still learning more. And I'm thinking of coming next year, so I get more information on get more information that if I want to be on engineering field or not. So I'm still deciding what to be on my future. So or what's my career, what will be my career. I'm still thinking about it. I would recommend them at least take once and try it out, what it feel, what do they do, and then if they feel good about it once they take it, then they might like it and decided to take engineering class.
This is my first year here at STCC, and I'm thinking about taking it again next year, and I'm going to learn more about how to handle the machines and do SolidWorks. I'm going to see if I enjoy doing this more, and if I enjoy doing this, I'll probably take courses in college, I guess. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easy because the teachers help us out, and we have guidance, we have directions and computers about how to handle the machines.
Manufacturing, 100, 200 years ago has been more about human interaction with the parts and actual people machining them on their own. But now it's completely automated to where we can get tolerances so close that anything is about the same size. I think that this program is really a great experience for anyone interested in manufacturing. And if you are interested even the slightest, you should try it out just to see whether you want to like it and pursue it as your career. Of course, I would definitely recommend it. It's a great stepping stone away from high school to get classes done before, and with high school paying for a class per semester as well as stick paying for a class, you can get done with your education half a year to a year earlier than anyone else.
So the goal of our program here to have our 2-week summer camp collaborating with West Springfield High School is to expose young adults to the world of manufacturing. It's not something, I think when people think of a manufacturing, they may think of a blacksmith, working with fire and pounding on a piece of metal, and it is not that way at all. And I think what we're trying to do is, now that they've removed a lot of the industrial arts out of the high schools, how do they have some hands-on manufacturing experience? And that was the goal of our camp, was to give them hands-on manufacturing experience, from manufacturing a part, from inspecting the parts that they actually manufactured, and then finishing up with doing the design work to see, did the part actually meet the design requirement? That was the goal of what our camp was, and to do that in 2 weeks and give these young people an exposure to what the life of a manufacturing engineer, or the life of working in manufacturing, and that they're clean, good quality jobs. Today, students have had cell phones since they were very young, so they are used to having digital media. So from the software side of things, students seem to pick up the software very fast. Where I see a challenge is the attention to detail. We really have to, and when you're manufacturing things have to fit together, interchangeable parts. So the attention to detail is something that is hard to gauge in an individual. And that's what we tried to do with this camp, is to see if there was something that they enjoy doing, and to see the attention of detail that's required to make the part. So on one side, I think the digital technology has made it easier for young people to learn a piece of software, but what's missing is the human element of the attention to detail, and that's something that's much harder to screen to see if people have that ability, because we don't take things apart anymore to be able to put them back together to gain those skill sets. When you look at manufacturing today, and in just a short period of time, what has happened is a lot of the manufacturing jobs have left the area. They have been offshored. A lot of that work has gone to China. There's been a lot of issues with quality products coming from China. So now what the companies have found is that the The advantage of making parts overseas are not as great as they once were, and the term that they're using now is they are reshoring parts. They're bringing back into work into the United States, back into the Pioneer Valley, and the companies right now have a shortage in their workforce to try and replace an aging workforce, and also to quote new jobs, because they just don't have, they can buy machines, but they don't have the ability to have trained people to run the machines. The interesting thing about the Armory Museum is in this particular site that we're actually standing in, they made the M1 Garand rifles, over 6 million of them for the Second World War. That's what the infantrymen used for combat in the Second World War, were all manufactured here. So we took a tour over there to see how manufacturing back then ties into today. And essentially some of the differences, what actually happened in this Pioneer Valley, was that interchangeable parts was a big item that they were striving for. So interchangeable parts, so that if you had a rifle or something that was damaged, you could take parts from another rifle and could replace that. So that's what the students learned about as far as from the history side, was that interchangeable parts was something that was actually developed here in the Pioneer Valley. And now moving forward, you know, before that, they were all individually made, hand filed to fit a particular rifle, and you could not take necessarily one piece from one rifle and put it into another. So interchangeability was a big step to having modernization. What else I would say too, as far as the Armory in terms of the technology that we have today, we have the electronic technology. We have the ability to have computer CNC machines, so computer numerical control machines. We also have computers that run design packages. They also run manufacturing packages, and also run inspection packages. So before it was all handwritten. Today we're relying on the digital world to manufacture parts, and the production, the quality, going back to interchangeable parts on the CNC machines, they have the ability for repeatability to make much more accurate pieces time and time and time again.